Yo, welcome to Urban Gameplay Gaming Countdown. It's Matt Pepper, counting down the hottest games.
Yo, what's good, Game World? It's that time of the month where we count down the hottest games released each month. In this video, we're going to take a look at the hottest games of March 2016. I tend to only look at 5 games per month, but I'm going to make an exception for March 2016 as I've been slacking with my top 10 weekly countdown videos due to planning more content to drop on the channel soon. So I'm going to take a look at the 10 greatest games that dropped in March 2016, and also this will make my life a lot more easier to create the list as March 2016 was a busy month for so many great games to hit our shelves. Anyway, peeps, grab some popcorn as we get down to business and take a look at my top 10 games of March 2016.
Number 10.
Dead or Alive Xtreme 3 is the latest improvement in the Dead or Alive franchise, and this time around you'll be met with a colourful cast of female characters to play as through any mini games of your choosing. Not only that, but through your playtime you can earn in-game cash, allowing you to buy your favourite characters new outfits to wear as you play them. Graphically, the game has only been improved upon since previous iterations, an element the game you'll notice the moment you load it up. I have only played a few hours as I've not long since received my copy of the game, but so far it's pretty fun. Some may argue that it stems on the side of the pervy type of games, but I must say that the game mechanics and the gameplay are pretty dope. I definitely will aim to drop some gameplay footage of Dead or Alive Xtreme 3 as I know this game isn't easily accessible to all.
Number 9.
Republic is one of those games where it has a serious pedigree to it, with industry veterans behind Metal Gear Solid, Halo and Fear all helping to leave their mark on this game. This has led to a fun stealth action system and only proceeds to get accentuated by the engrossing and intriguing story, a story that will definitely keep you engrossed right from the beginning, all the way to the very end without fail. On some realness, if you're into stealth games, then this game is definitely worth playing. I know a lot of people have critiqued this game and saying it's not that great, and it did get released on the mobile a few years ago, but trust me, I feel that this game is definitely a great pick up and play game.
Number 8.
Yo, when Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls was announced as a collection, I was definitely gassed and I couldn't wait for it dropping. The pairing of these two could not be more in a perfect collection in my personal opinion. Heavy Rain plays out more like a cinematic movie where every single one of your choices will have an outcome on the game, for better or worse. Beyond Two Souls also features an interactive movie type of feel to its gameplay, and thanks to this it leads to the drama-filled adventure, one where the story is bound to be in the game's main asset, similar to Heavy Rain. Not only that, these re-releases are in HD form, which means that every single texture, model and general graphics is going to look vastly improved from the original. The gameplay is definitely still there and great to play in 2016. I absolutely love both of these titles on the PlayStation 3 and therefore was a no-brainer for me to buy the remastered version, and I feel like anyone who obviously enjoyed this game back on the PS3 will be fun to relive some of these great moments.
Number 7.
UFC 2 boasts improved graphics, controls and even gameplay as you pit some of your favourite fighters in the UFC world today against other fighters. This new release from the UFC franchise features new, even more realistic knockout physics along with the AI that proceeds to learn from how you play, leading to a new and more intricate strategies for you as a player. And of course, the typical create your own fight option is still in the game, giving you the chance to really see what you would be like in the octagon. Back in the days, I used to love UFC games, especially the version on the Sega Dreamcast. I would definitely say that if you're new to the franchise, this game may frustrate you at times because it is quite a steep learning curve, especially when you're fighting the AI, and even if you're battling on the ground, I tend to get frustrated. But I definitely say that the game is still fun and it does have some great elements from some of the old school games, so it's definitely worth a look.
Number 6.
The latest iteration in the Hitman franchise does come in form of the regular episodic installment, but that doesn't mean that the game isn't well designed and not what the fans have kind of come to expect from the franchise. You play as Agent 47, a hitman whose job is to eliminate his target using whatever means available. This allows for a number of replayable options when it comes to this game, because it's all well and good shooting your target in the head just the once, but isn't it all the more enjoyable when you can push your target through the window whilst wearing a furry mascot or just dressing up in any different disguise? Now, I always tend to love Hitman games, so I do tend to be a little bit more biased and try and overhype the game. I'm definitely going to try and give some negative critique to the game, because I was slightly disappointed with the fact that they did kind of go down the episodic route with this game. As enjoyable it is to redo some of the missions using various other tactics, it does get to a point where you do want to play the next mission, and now I kind of have to wait each month. I also came across quite a few bugs, like the game was just randomly restarting, the load times was a little insane, and overall I just feel that sometimes there was a few elements that was missing. But with all that being said, the game still maintains the great Hitman formula and certainly worth playing. So I definitely don't know whether I should advise you guys to buy this game now or not, because obviously, as I said, it's the episodic thing that kind of put me off slightly, but the game is still a really cool game.
Number 5.
For me, TrackMania Turbo is actually a surprisingly fun game which boasts colourful and engaging graphics. It's hard to put this game down once you get started, and there's around 200 bite-sized tracks that are unlockable throughout the game that will definitely keep you playing for quite some time. The gameplay is fun and does at times remind me a little of Mario Kart in some sense. Not as great as Mario Kart, but it does come with that fun factor behind the game. On the plus side, this game isn't that expensive either, so I would say that it's definitely worth the price tag. And also on the PlayStation 4, there's a demo that is playable to test the game out, so for me it's a win-win in either situation.
Number 4.
Now, for me personally, Bully came out of nowhere. I was not even expecting this game to appear on the PS4, nonetheless a March release, so I could not leave this game off the list even though it's a remastered version. Bully is the GTA version of school, but rather than hijacking cars, you go to class, complete side missions to frustrate the dean of the school and get into general trouble as a delinquent. Bully gives the players the ability to relive what it was like back in school as you mix with the jocks, greasers and even the nerds. Along with all of this, you can even acquire yourself a number of weapons and items to torment random NPCs or help them out. This is one of the Rockstar's most cherished sandbox games and is held in the hearts of many gamers. Having an updated version with the improved graphics is no more than a good thing in my personal opinion.
Number 3.
As you could imagine, Twilight Princess HD is a HD release of the original Twilight Princess, which has been met with improved controls, improved graphics, and more or less improved everything. If you didn't already get your chance with the original Twilight Princess, then now is definitely the perfect time to pick this game up. You'll be tasked to go on a grand adventure, one where you'll collect new weapons and tools throughout the land and explore a broad, stunning world, one that is coated with lore and story. All in all, this is an awesome game that brings back so many awesome memories to me. Definitely a great game on the Wii U if you own it, or if you missed out on a chance of playing the GameCube or Nintendo Wii version, this is definitely a must pick up.
Number 2.
Pokken Tournament is what happens when you take one of the world's most popular video games, Pokemon, and mix it with a fighting game like Tekken. The amalgamation it has created is the first official Pokemon fighting game, and will have you and your favorite Pokemons duking it out to the fisticuffs. It doesn't matter if you're a big fan of fighting games or not, because due to the friendly, approachable graphics, style, and even the beginner-friendly gameplay, anyone can simply jump in and play this game. I was close to putting this game at the number 1 spot, as it surprisingly showed me how great of a fighting game this game is, and even underestimate how much fun I would actually have playing this game. It's really hard to put this game down after you get going. Some things like the league can be a bit of a grind, but playing against friends or online, this game certainly comes to life. Definitely a worthy game if you own the Wii U, and whether you, as I said before, if you like fighting games or not, it's still a great play.
Number 1.
Now, The Division has already been touted as this year's Destiny, but only more successful, taking place in a dynamic sandbox-esque New York filled into brim with players and NPCs, both of which may want you dead. The gameplay is consistent of a third-person shooter, but with the structure of a sandbox MMO. This is hours upon hours of content in this game, and it's already being considered many players' favorite game of the year, let alone just the game of the month. For me, it was certainly hard not to place this game in the #1 position for a few reasons. Firstly, this has been a game that I was waiting to play in 2015, only to be delayed, and the hype even still continued to expand throughout the whole of 2015 for me. What I actually do find weird is that when I first played the beta, I wasn't actually blown away by the game, and I was considering whether I was going to get it or not, and I actually didn't even think I was going to buy the game in the end. But when I actually played the release version of the game, I could not stop playing the game. This is definitely an addictive game, and when people are playing with friends, it's just superb. Some may feel that it's repetitive in terms of the missions, and to an extent I would agree, but I do feel like the open world experience makes the repetition of the game a lot more bearable for me, as I do feel that you're thrust into the forefront of the action each time. All in all, I do say that this is a great game that definitely deserves the #1 spot of March 2016. Anyway, peeps, thanks for taking the time out to sit through my list of top 10 hottest games of March 2016. It was definitely longer than usual, and obviously I tried to go into a lot more depth in each game, just for the fact that I've not really dropped a top 10 countdown video for the past 2 weeks or so, so I obviously tried to give you guys a little bit more content here. Do let me know in the comments any games that I may have missed out on talking about that you feel is worthy of a mention. Next month, I will definitely be going back to the top 5 games of the month, because this month was definitely an expensive month of games, so I've got to cut back a little on the spending, trust me. Anyway, do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Also subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content that I do drop across urban gameplay as a whole. And until next urban gameplay video, I definitely say peace out, peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.